Good morning, guys. I hope everyone is cool. If you can hear me. Morning, guys. Good morning. Hear me, guys. Can hear. Thank you, moderator. Today we have a news around 10 a.m. Not one news actually. We have three type of news. Red folder news, all of them. Wait until 10 a.m. Then we'll see if there is anything. So far, this is the last farewell cap. Them like yesterday, and the buy side liquidity is over here. Buy side liquidity here. Okay. I also can't hear. fed up with this setup. Time to hang. No sound. What do you wanna listen? Tell me. First tell me that what do you want to listen from me? 've already texted it actually. 7 a.m. with these highs over here. It came here to this small fair value gap. I tried to catch the run for that relatively equal highs when I got stopped out by this candle. Yesterday's PM session, if you remember, I talked about the sorry, what to say, I mean the uh this gap, okay? You guys remember yesterday's PM session. Wait, came here, respected from there, I got stopped out, waited a bit more, then added here, here, here. All of this add took a partial here, another partial here, got stopped out by that candle. Here, that first took a buy, got stopped out by this gap, very small loss. I think it was 4 or to 5 candle, something like that, and then got this run at about 22 handle something. Just give me a bit time, okay, guys. I'll be back to the price action. A bit time. I just need to finish this up. Back. I was not here actually, so I was not able to trade anything. Let me finish this, then I'll go back to my chart. Hmm. There's no farewell gap actually, so I don't think so this is going to work. Just don't wanna close the trade right now. Have to let it see can go higher or not. But if I see it's respecting the 50% of this week, I'll just simply close the trade. If I see it's either close the trade or move it. um, Okay, I'm back. We'll see if we can get some kind of buying opportunity for this buy side liquid. That is my intention right now. That buy side liquid is my target. Okay, so if there is any opportunity, take the buy, go for that. The same trade, 30-second, 500 on 5 accounts. Boom. Congratulations, Jai. To be honest, it's kind of difficult to trade through 1 minute chart now these days because you see a lot of consolidation or all of these things. It's easier for me to go for the 15-second chart in this type of scenario actually. But yeah, I still will see if we can find any opportunity or not. Right now, I'm just interested to look for buy, and this buy side liquidity is gonna be my target. I can have some kind of reaction from here, but interested to go for buy only. However, I can see that market has cleared this low over here. Market has cleared that low. Perfect. It would be the best if it could come here to this gap. That would be the best case scenario to go for the buy. Pushing button from here, it's kind of chasing the market because this market has already left a long. Trade is not valid before 10 a.m. So the 10 a.m. news, there was no reaction. No reaction at all over here. Unfortunately, I was thinking that 10 a.m. news will send the market to clear that buy side liquidity, but it didn't happen. Tough decision to take. I think that could be the first opportunity from the order block. Not a high probability, but I think this is the only opportunity we have right now. Can give us the opportunity. I wish it will take me. If it is not, bad luck. That should be the entry. That should be the partial. 1:1 partial. Target is bicycle. If any of you are in this trade, make sure that you have taken the partial over here. 1:1, so just take the partial. It's 33 handle as well. Good, good deal actually, in my opinion. First time market will close above this line. I will trail my stop loss below this candle which has built this fair value gap. You don't need to follow my trailing stop loss. That should be the partial. Whoever is in this trade, that has to be the partial. You don't take the partial over here, you're just simply gambling. Please don't gamble. This is the 50-minute last fair value gap, so it has the power to stop the market, send it lower again. I don't want to take any kind of risk with this gap. Try to take the partial over here and then hold the trade until this buy side liquid will close above this line. I will put my stop loss below this candle. Okay, again, you don't need to copy my trade. You don't need to follow my trailing stop loss. You don't need to do that. Okay, so do your own trading. I will do my one. I just don't want to get any claim from any of you, any blame. After clearing the partial, put the stop loss to the break even. That should be the partial for all of you. Whoever took the entry, it's a 33 handle, not a small run. Okay, trust me, it's 33 handle, not small. Just take the partial over here, and now you can hold your trade until here because this is the 50-minute last fair cup. It has the power to stop the market, send it lower. 50-minute last fair cup. I wish it will go through this and take this buy side liquidity over here and trade this daily bearish fair cup. I wish it will happen, but it doesn't mean that that's guaranteed. No, it's not guaranteed. It can reject from there, can keep falling. Take the partial here, put your stop loss to the break even, let the run go as long as it wants to go. If you get stopped out to the break even, be happy with that. Take partial, put your stop loss to the break even, let the run go until the buy side liquidity. Don't change the things I'm telling to you guys. Please don't do that. This is the 15-minute last fair gap. It has the power to stop the market, send it much more lower, okay, until here. It has the power to send it until here. So please make sure that you have taken the partial, your stop loss is at the break even. But rest is your choice. I mean, of course, you have your own idea. This is your trade, so you can do whatever you want to do. You want to do. My job is to tell you what you should do. I'm just following my job. Your decision is your choice. I want to say this gap will be unfilled because if it is unfilled, market is extremely bullish. Will go through this 15-minute last fair gap with this speed. I'm expecting like that way. But if it is filled 100%, there is a possibility this market will reverse or retrace, and then maybe it will go higher. Right now, all I want to see, first of all, this gap will be unfilled. Market will leave this gap as an unfilled gap, and then it will go through this last fair value gap from 15 minutes here. That's all I would love to see right now. I need speed toward the buy side liquidity. As the news candle didn't give me the speed over here, I need the speed right now. That speed I should expect around the news time. That speed should be happen right now after leaving this gap unfilled. Not good at all. By the way, low rejection, I don't believe in that shit because if I ever see the low has been rejected, I always expect this market will go at least until the 50% of that last gap. Even if it would love to reverse, no problem. But low rejection is a confirmation of the constant crossment rejection. So even if it is going to fall, it will fall after rejecting from the 50%. That is my expectation right now. Overall, it should go through this, but if it failed to go through this, it will at least reach until the 50% and then it can reverse. Okay, so I hope you remember this logic: low rejection, constant engrossment rejection. If it go through this gap by one or two candles, something like that, that's a confirmation market is coming for this buy side liquidity. I have already got the confirmation because market left this gap unfilled. You can see some portion of this gap is still unfilled. So I'm confident that it will go through this, but now the candles are going to decide, does it want to go for that buy side liquidity or not. If it reverse within one or two candle, then I'm happy. I'll get my boom. It doesn't, maybe I'll get stood out to the break even. However, guys, can you hear me? Because I think I have some internet issue today. If everything is clear, just let me know, guys, please. Boom. Thank you, Jaid. Habibi, I'm done. Thank you. 2400. Why you give me thanks, man? You are doing awesome. To be honest, man, you're doing awesome. So you don't need to thank me. I should thank you, brother, because you're making hope for other people that it's possible. Boom. Thank you. Yes, I can hear. Thank you, Suzivan. Loud and clear. Thank you. Yes, clear. Thank you, Jeffrey. Wednesday, I was offside a few times this AM, but overall green and nice price action. No trade is valid before 9:30, brother. That is uh, very bold statement. Okay, I'm not liking this price action, to be honest. Not liking it. Perfectly respecting the 15-minute last farewell gap. Close above this gap. Can close above this gap. Not actually from 1 minute chart. 1 minute chart is going to confirm that 15-minute chart is going to close above this gap. So if 1 minute chart can close above that, I can expect 15-minute chart is going to follow the 1 minute chart. First 1 minute chart will give me the idea, 15-minute chart will give me the confirmation. I wanted to see this type of speed. See this speed? The middle candle, I didn't like it. So after this candle, that was my candle I was expecting. It is going to give me. However, if any of you are in this trade, you can see it's near about 60 handle so far, okay? If you want to take some partial here, you can take some partial, and the runner, you can let it go. Not only for the buy side liquidity plus 5 handle, okay? So you can see here 93.50, 99.50, okay? It should be like 98.50. So buy side liquidity plus 5 handle. You can hold it until that area. Thank you, Archana. I did you got a second payout from funding tick. Thank you. Why you guys give me thanks? Please don't give me the thanks, okay? You deserve the thanks. You deserve the payout. You're getting the payout, man. Come on. Your voice is kind of sad for some reason, but you are killing them. I'm not sad actually. I'm a bit sick. I mean, I just catch the cold, but I'm not sad. Okay. Thank you, by the way, Ellie. I'm all cool. I took the long trade from the wardrobe block from the 1003 candle. From here, yeah, this is called the middle water block. It's a middle water block. 99% time it doesn't work. Okay, so please be careful about that. Yeah, sometimes I also frame the trade from the middle water block, but I promise you, brother, 99% of the time it doesn't work. So if you can't put your stop loss below that candle. So when I added more, you have seen that my stop loss was below this week because that low could be taken. It's called the middle water block, by the way, Paragon. 30 and I'll hope you feel better. I'm cool, Archana. I'm cool. Thank you so much, sis. I passed my funding ticks eval yesterday. They said it would take 2 business days to review my account. Is that normal? Yeah, it's normal, brother. But they don't take 2 days actually. You will get it by the next day. You should get it by today. So I didn't took the could you please tell me when is the next chance? I can't do that, Yasin. I mean, you should look for that. When is the big chance? You should look for that, brother. If you wait for me, that's wrong, to be honest. Okay, thanks, bro. I wait for reaction first, then entry. But thanks to clarify about the word. You're most welcome, brother. Always remember, after the run, whatever is your range. Okay, so for example, this is the low, the high. Get this. This is the low. Market has started to run. This is the high. or the buy side liquidity you are expecting, this is going to go over here around the 50%. Whatever gap you have, it's one of the called the direction gap, right? I have already talked about this. This is gonna be your direction gap. So that order block was giving me the confidence because it has traded. Okay, it was my eye. Okay, I was just measuring this line by my eye, not the perfect way. So I was thinking these two gap, not this gap. I thought any of these two gap is the measuring gap, 50% gap in ICTs, measuring gap. So when it worked here, this is the lowest down close body close candle which has traded this fair value gap. Validate it as an order block here by that candle. I took the entry from the order block. Stop loss below the order block, and you will let this go. When it is reaching toward your buy side liquidity after the order block has been traded, if it could trade this order block, it could be the propulsion block. In propulsion block, it is good. If you want to take the entry from the propulsion block, you have to cover the opening of the order block. Nothing is wrong. But if it doesn't trade the order block, it's called the middle order block. That is just a middle candle in between the range until the next period where you have this uh, bearish last fair value from 15 minutes at, right? Some kind of bearish period. We are bullish. We were expecting it is going through that. If we are bearish, we would start to look for the sell from this last gap. In between this range, the middle candle or the down close body close candle, that's gonna be your middle order block. Most of the time market violate that order block, most of the time. So you always be careful about that candle, always be careful. If you would love to frame the trade, there is nothing wrong, but just give extra place as for your order, I mean for your stop loss, bit extra place. Anybody can tell that what I'm expecting from this gap, not from 1 minute chart, from 15-minute chart. Okay, anybody can tell me that if I am observing this gap, not from 1 minute chart, again it's from 15-minute chart. For example, I'm observing this gap. This is the 15-minute last fair value gap from 15-minute chart. This is the last fair value gap below this buy side liquidity. Okay, the last fair value gap. Now if I'm observing still this gap, because first of all this gap is broken, right? That means it's not going to hold the market. If I would love to observe this gap until this buy side liquidity, what should be my expectation over here? Anybody can tell me that? There is a very specific word I used to say, and I need that specific word. 933 is breaker block, correct? Let's check. 33. How can you make it as a breaker block? I don't know, sister, how we are going to make it as an or breaker block. However, nine retesting it and use it as a support, not exactly I was interested to listen. It should be unfilled, no. Hold the market, no. 15-minute already close above C, absolutely been. Thank you so much. I don't want to see retracement below the 50%, no. I don't want to see anything. I don't want to see the 15-minute candle is going to close below the constant crossment. It can go through this gap, it can come until here, I don't have any problem. But the body should not close below the constant crossment of this last fair value gap if it is still interested for this buy side liquidity. So until the 50-minute candle is not going to close below the constant crossment, I'm safe. This is a safe market and this is going higher. I will think like that way. I'm watching this weak quadrant level, how it is going to react actually for my re-entry opportunity. If it failed to close below these quadrant levels, the lower quadrant of this week, instead of that closed above this gap, so reacting from this quadrant level, closed above this gap, Retest this gap, we'll take the buy again for here. Stop loss should be covered the upper quadrant of that wick, and we'll go for that buy side liquidity. So without closing below this quadrant levels, if it can close above this gap, take the buy. After retesting, okay, remember retesting very important. First this body will close above this gap, then it will tap to this gap, I'll take the rebuy. Body didn't close, not going to take the rebuy. Absolutely, Daniel. Nobody closed below the C. Not from 1 minute chart. It should be from 15-minute chart because this is the 15-minute last favorable gap. I'm observing 15-minute last favorable gap, so I need to look for the 15-minute body close above the CE. Should not close below the CE. I think I'm going to miss this trade because if I see this type of scenario, most of the time it keep going higher, never retest. If it doesn't do that, I'm cool with that. But I will try to catch it after the body close. I will get the confirmation, then we'll try to catch the run. 13, 14, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Let's see if it can take me. Most of the time it doesn't really take me. I wish this time I'll be lucky, get the opportunity. If it takes me over here, the low of the new, the low of the daily bearish parabolic gap should be the partial. I'm just not sure it will take me or not, but the low of this daily parabolic gap will be the partial. It has to be the partial. Remember that. If it miss me for a bit, I'm not going to chase the market. I'll let this go because I'm chasing the market. You can see this is the deep premium, and I'm just chasing the market. That should be the entry. Hello, alhamdulillah. আচ্ছা, শুনুন। If you are in this trade where I put my partial or the sell limit, that should be the what to say, the partial level. You have to take the partial over there. There is no excuse. Can this market close below this gap? 100% it can do that, but it should not go below this candle over here. I just covered that weak lower quadrant of that, not lower quadrant, actually the 50% of that week just covered by my stop loss, and you can see it's just 20 handle. So I really don't care about 20 handle as it is not huge stop loss. If it was huge, then I would just cover the low of that lowest down close body close candle. As this is going to work as an reclaimed inverse gap, it can maximum trade the lowest down close body close candle, which is the order block. There is nothing wrong if it trade this area. For the first time, it will go above this high. I will move my stop loss to the break even because that is the only liquidity which market can take, and then fall back again one more time before going higher. So when it will go above this line, I'll put my stop loss to the break even. I have to go now. Hope to see you later on Discord. Okay, see you, Suzivan. See you, brother. Did you take any trade just before going? Let me know. Did you take any trade? If any of you are in this trade, it has to be the partial level. I don't see this candle's body close below the consequent crossment of this last gap. So it should not close below this consequent crossment. That's all I'm curious about right now to see. If it close below this is a low probability. I don't wanna hold the trade if it doesn't stop me out. And I saw the 50-minute candle close below this area. I'll just simply close the trade. Until it's not going to close below this consequent crossment from 15-minute chart, I'm safe. Take a bit more risk. Could not come to the 50%, but it really come. Not a good. Could not come back again to the low of this Gordon level, to be honest. Even not the 50%. Okay, the next up. If the body doesn't close below this concurrent crossment, we'll try to take a rebuy. If the body closes below the concurrent crossment, we'll wait for the liquidity to be taken and then try to look for the another buying opportunity. Those people who are already profitable don't go for any other trade without changing the account, please. If the next candle close below this dotted line, I will not look for any kind of buy right now. We'll wait for the manipulation. That means this candle. If it close below this constant crossment, we'll wait for this candle go back again above this last favorable gap and then we'll try to take the buy. Because it seems like a fake breakout. If it close below this 50%. I don't want to see that, but if it does that, even second left, let's see how it is going to close. Close above that constant. Okay, it has closed below this constant crossment. We'll wait for this gap to be traded, this relatively equal loss to be taken, then we'll go for the next buying opportunity. In my opinion, this is a selling opportunity now from here, but it's a retracement. Don't please go for the sell from this gap. It's a selling opportunity. I'll just not going to take the sell. We'll wait for the buying opportunity again because I have the buy side liquid. This retracement leg, I don't need to catch that leg. Okay, so from here maybe until there, I don't need to catch this sell. We'll wait for the manipulation, then we'll go for the distribution again. on man, it's gonna be difficult for me now. Confident it's not going to because manipulation is obvious for the market. Just don't wanna. I mean, would love to see how this last variable curve is going to hold for the highs over here. Last variable cap, it has the power to stop the market and send it lower. Buy from here, close it there, kind of very small run. Sorry guys, this 1 minute chart is really so difficult to trade for December. December is gonna be very clean. Is Amit, how are you by the way? What is that? Some kind of manipulation will give me the attention. taking entry here and then closing trade here. It's not acceptable. So I wanted to let this go, see if it could go through that or not. If it could do that, I would add more. I will do again actually. When it will close above this, I'll do the again. Awesome, brother. Wait, guys. Forgot to join to that class. Those people who are profitable, please don't touch this market. I promise you, brother, this whole December is gonna be so difficult to trade. So if you are profitable like Jai did, close or lock your account, close the chart. Enjoy the rest of the price action. What happened to my net today? Why it is going to close again? But that was for testing the market. So I went for the two micro contract. Did you see that? There was logic. I implement that logic. Didn't work. Got stopped out to buy two micro contract. Okay. Now, when it will start to work, I will start to build. That is the best case of scenario. If it could do the manipulation, trade the 50-minute bullish parallel gap, then start to go ahead. That's the best case of scenario. Happen to Whoever got that run from here to here, please don't overtrade. Overtrade will kill your account. Please don't do that. As I'm a bit sick, so I can't just keep speaking or keep saying this shit again and again. But please remember, if you are profitable, go for paper trade or some other accounts, but don't keep trading from the same account. I was a bit sick, that's why I'm not keep talking. Missed the profitable run because of fear from previous days losses. Leave it right now. Right now. Leave it right now. Let it go, brother. Just don't know that it will take me or not, because I should take my entry from the top, as the stop loss is gonna be a bit bigger. So we'll try to catch the run from almost near to the mean threshold of the breaker block. Takes me from here, I'll go for that. But it reject from the top of this breaker block. Let this go. If any of you would love to go from the top, you guys can try it from the top. I would love to take the entry from here just because of the stop loss. I wish it will take me. Let's see. At least let her test the 50% of that breaker block. Or that is the inverse gap that should not be broken if this breaker block really would love to work. My stop loss is below this inverse gap. Not going to take any sell. If it keep falling, I don't care. I'll only go for the buy. So if there is again the opportunity above the breaker block, we'll go for again buy from the breaker block above the top of the breaker block. Not going to change the bias to look for sell. There is no reason for me to look for the sell, as I have the buy sell liquidity above the market. The market has closed above the 50 minute last fair value gap from 15 minute chart, which is the fake breakout. So later I believe this market will go for that 15 minute, sorry, that buy sell liquidity. If it keep falling, I'll let this go. Same time, whenever it will give me the opportunity to take the buy, I'll go for that buy. Okay, I can sell sell liquidity over here. It can take that sell sell liquidity and then reverse or not valid breaker block at all anymore. Old reclaimed gap from 1 minute chart. First, just to move stop loss. Should I put my stop loss below this fair value gap? Should I do that? I'll let this go. If I get a stop out, I'll try to re-entry, but don't wanna put it below this gap because if I'm wrong and this market is extremely bearish, then it's gonna be a big loss actually. So would love to risk with the 50% by believing this 50 going to hold the market. Doesn't okay, I got a stop out. Don't want to put it here. If I would get a stop out, that's gonna be a huge loss. Would love to take a re-entry instead of moving the stop loss. It keep falling, then what I will do? Why you are keep falling? You have over there? Nothing. Why you are keep falling? The liquidity, the last fair value gap, that. So I have the opening gap falling. Gap. Hmm. Last trade for the buying opportunity. After this trade, I will not go for any other trade if it doesn't work. 1 minute last fair value gap from 50-second chart, the buying opportunity. If it doesn't work, then for the morning session, maybe I will not go for any other trade. I'm still bullish. I'm not interested to switch to bearish mode because I don't have any sell side liquidity and I don't believe in the sell. When it is falling, I don't know why it fall until that area. It's too much actually for me. But I would love to look for this buy side liquidity to be taken. This is gonna be my last opportunity to go for the trade. If it doesn't work, we'll stop trading in morning session. Okay, the 50 respecting, so I don't think so it's going to work. So I'm done for today. This is gonna be a losing trade because it is respecting so beautifully. So this market is going to fall again. For sure, I'll get stopped out. Done for the PM session to see if there is anything. The time of matter of fact, actually, I'll get stopped. If and only if this consequent crossment is broken from the 1 minute chart one more time, maybe it will work. Otherwise, it's now going to respect this gap, and it will be falling. Losing trade. For sure. I'll get an opportunity to put my stop loss to the break even if it can close above this fair value gap from 1 minute chart. Fair value gap constant crossment is holding the market, so it's confident. I'm pretty much confident this coming back for the 50% of this gap. Till I covered the water block from 15 chart, the low of this cover block. If I'm lucky and really this market doesn't want to fall, the price action is telling me it is going to fall. But if it really would love to go higher, maybe I'll be lucky to put my stop loss to the break even to get a stop out to the break even. I just can't close the trade. It's my bad habit. I can't close my trade. I should close it right now, but I just can't do that. So I'll let this go. If it works, perfect. If it doesn't work, I'll just get stopped out with a small loss or to the break even by trailing the stop loss, I guess. Let's see. My only hope is the body close above this 1 minute fair value gap. That is the only hope. When I tell you not to overtrade, does it make any sense to you? I had near about $600 profit. Now maybe I'll be at the break even, or maybe with some small losses over here, right? So yeah, so far I have like $169 profit. So if I get stopped out, maybe I'll be a bit red over here. I had the profit of near about $600, and then I keep trading. Now I'm almost the break even, or maybe with some small red amount of the number. If I would stop over there, what would happen? I would stop my day with $500, like yesterday $700, the day before yesterday like $600, so something like that. It's the fact of the matter. You should not expect the price action always good. So if you get a bullying, I mean beautiful setup, you took that setup, that's a boom, stop over there. That's all, brother. I keep saying to you, stop over trading. If you can stop over trading, payout is kind of obvious to you. Why you should take risk everything you have? This is going to collapse. Okay, I'm going to get stopped out. I know that. I just can't close the trade, so I'll let this go until here to stop me out by breaking that order block. I'm pretty much confident it's going to stop me out because it's holding the market. If it was broken, then I could be able to put my stop loss to the break even. But as it's still holding the market, you can see top rejection, how beautifully it has been rejected from the top. It's a low probability to me now. I'm just waiting to see if it can give me the opportunity to put my stop loss to the break even. And as I'm bullish, so of course it can start to reverse from here without stopping me out because it's trading the 1 minute last parallel gap. That will be extreme case, and I'll be extremely lucky. But plan is telling me, brother, you are going to be out of this market. I don't know what happened, but I'm not able to open the YouTube chat to my chat box. I'm not able to open it. I don't know what happened, but I think some kind of internet issue. So I'm not reading any of your comment. Let's see if it can leave this gap unfilled. It can leave this gap unfilled. I'll move my stop loss. Didn't leave this unfilled. Until I don't get the unfilled fair value gap or body close above this gap, not 15-second, 1 minute candle. Close above this gap, I'm not allowed to move my stop loss. With this small red. Should be small red. Yeah, $100. That's the last trade I took for this morning session. Why did I do that for you? That was the trade I took first. That was near about $500 profit over here. Then I tried 1 to 3 times. Did it work or not? And I lose a lot. Now the problem is If I would stop over here, I had the profit over here for $500. I didn't stop, I got stopped out, I lose my profit. That's the thing I keep saying to you guys. This is the free account actually for me, and I'm just going to experiment everything I can experiment over here. But of course, you guys should try to be very strict with your rules and regulation. If you can do that, perfect, brother. Wait for the payout. If you can't stop over trading, you will keep losing your amount or the money you are going to make from this market. You will keep losing them. So my advice, don't overtrade, at least not in December and January, first week of February. Then you can, sometimes you can do overtrade. But right now, please don't overtrade. Not a good time for overtrading. It will go higher for sure, but when it is going to happen, that's the main question. The top of the new week opening gap, there is also a support for me to think that it is going higher, but not something like that, because this gap is holding the market. I didn't like it at all. That what has closed above the consequential closement, it will go higher, but maybe it will take a bit more time. I'm really so sick today. I'm not even able to talk. Feeling very bad for me. I think we'll be back next week. Okay. I really would love to close the stream. I'm not able to talk. The high fever plus cough, lot of bad things. Okay, and also the internet is also going to problem. I'm making some problem. I think we'll meet around Monday. Okay. I'm just not able to read your comment. I will try to give the message on what to say in the Discord. Thank you so much, guys, for being over here. And yeah, I will just be back on Monday, maybe, God willing. I'm really so sick. I'm not able to keep talking over here. And I hope you guys will understand that by my voice. See you on Monday, guys. Please don't mind.